Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for bearing with us. I think that we have all of our kinks ironed out. We are keeping our faces small right now because we don't want to break anything that we've got going on. But again, thanks for your patience. Let's segue into my usual spiel. I'm Janet from Paper and Spark. Hopefully, you know who I am by now if you found your way here. But if you don't, I'm an accountant. I help makers and handmade sellers get more confident about the financial side of running their business. And I normally do that through spreadsheets and education about taxes, bookkeeping, the less side fun of numbers. But today I'm really excited for us to chat about something outside of just taxes and bookkeeping. We are talking with Jen Alley, the money coach for creatives. She is a TEDx speaker that's here to speak with us about money mindset and specifically money mindset for us makers. So thanks so much, Jen, for coming chat with us. This is a topic that is near and dear to my heart and maybe new for some of us tuning in. So I'm really excited to chat about this today. It's something different, something unique. You want to tell us about yourself and kick us off?
Great. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much, Janet, for hosting me today. I'm excited and honored to be here with all of you. And I've seen that you're from all over the place, and I want to know what you do before we dive in. So, what is your craft? Like, what do you make? So, tell us, put in the chat, what it is you make, and yeah, share with us. So, I want to see what it is. Janet said
Awesome.
there's all kinds of options. So,
Yes.
I want to
While
know
y'all
what it
are
is.
typing that, sorry to interrupt. I forgot to
Yeah.
give the housekeeping spiel, but while y'all are telling
Yeah.
us what crafts you make, what kind of art you work on, a couple of housekeeping things. I know sometimes we have technical issues with Crowdcast. We were just working on our own technical issues with Crowdcast. But if y'all have any trouble as a participant, your first course of action is just hitting the refresh button, logging out and logging back in. Second, try Crowdcast in Chrome. It tends to work better in Chrome for whatever reason. And then the only other thing I want to mention is we would love your questions for Jen. We are going to have live Q&A at the end. The easiest way to make sure that your question doesn't get lost in the scroll is to use that ask a question link or button. It should be somewhere on the bottom of your screen, literally just says ask a question. Pop your questions in there, and that way they will stay organized and not get lost in the scroll so Jen can tackle them at the end of her presentation. All right, back over to you. Sorry.
Perfect. That was absolutely perfect because now I get to see there's basket making, tons of jewelry, lots of fabric, marketing. I see Rebecca's here. Um, all kinds of really beautiful things. Embroidery. Lots of people have a lot of patience. Some marketers, uh, print. Great, beautiful. I'm so excited to share this with all of you. And I know that you're creating beautiful things in the world. So my intention today is to create a money mindset makeover for you, and to actually give you a mind-blowing experience. This is not like other workshops you've attended. You've already created these beautiful and amazing things that are impacting the world, and you've taken great risk to step into your businesses. And I intend that you will leave this workshop with the possibility of even an even brighter future by shifting the way you look at money forever. For real. Okay, you ready for that? Okay, so I acknowledge you for showing up. I know that taking a break from working in your business to work on it shows that you take it. I know it's a risk. It's like, okay, I'm going to spend my time doing this thing, right? So it's a risk, and it shows that you value investing in your business through taking the time to learn and grow, which is huge. I'm going to talk about more about that later. So here are some things that other people have said about this workshop. Amy gained clarity on what has been holding her back and was able to show up more fully in her business and her work. And Kim left with more tools and insights and motivation and a new outlook on finances. And Sarah had a newly energized passion for her business and was more driven and focused to make more money. Sound good? Okay. So my entrepreneurial journey began way back in 2003 when I became a life coach with Martha Beck. So, yeah, so I've been an entrepreneur for a long time. And here's an old photo with my mentor, Martha Beck. So this is an old photo, as you can tell. And you may have heard of her. She's a pioneer in the coaching field. She was a coach way before anybody had heard of it. And she's written about 10 books. She's amazing. And so when I left her training, I was so pie in the sky. Like, I was clueless about business. And I not only resisted, but I avoided dealing with finances and all the components of business, marketing, and sales. I just went for it. And about 5 years in, this led to me closing my businesses and filing bankruptcy. So, bottom, right? Years later, after recovering from that experience, I fell in love with making gemstone jewelry, labradorite. Also, just like, oh my God, like magical. I fell in love with gemstones. I couldn't get enough of them. I collected so many beads, I had to start a business. So when I decided to start that business, I knew I had to do things differently than before. This time was already different because I was led by my heart rather than my ego. And I had a vision that was bigger than me to empower women to express themselves more fully through gemstone jewelry. I also wanted to create a thriving business with lots of freedom time, and freedom of money as well. So I knew I needed to grow, and so I learned a lot from business mentors. I got lots of support, and I was able to create a business, a brand. I did shows. I had public studios. I actually had like 4 over the years. I did retail online. I had wholesale. I did consignment and wholesale in 6 states. I hired contractors, and the contractors taught and made stuff and were assistants. So before I created this business, I had to tame the voices in my head. Money is evil. That's what they said. Money is evil, and it's hard to deal with. Marketing is manipulative. Sales is sleazy, and business is greedy. Not really conducive to having a business there. So I decided to look at business differently, because these are all judgments. They're all fears. Fear of becoming greedy, feeling stupid, being a jerk salesperson, ultimately fear of failure. And what people don't talk about as often is fear of success. If I was going to get back into the game of business again, because I was still kind of, edgy from the last time where I had filed bankruptcy, I needed a different way to look at it. As a coach, I had learned to leverage my strengths to bolster my weaknesses. So I had just reconciled my relationship with creativity by making jewelry, and I was in love with the creative process because I had studied art in college and done a lot of crafts before, but I hadn't in a long time. So that's when I realized that business is a creative process too. Let's look at this concept. So creating a business was similar to creating art or any kind of creative thing. In business, you can create something from nothing. You lead from your vision of what you want to create. You gestate, you plan, you dive into creating it with uncertainty. And with each step, each imperfection is a precursor to evolution. And it never turns out like you imagined, or not usually. Sometimes it's better. And eventually what you create goes beyond you, and it has an impact on the world. So business is the medium in which you are bringing your vision into fruition. Instead of the raw materials, you're using production, marketing, and sales. Just production without marketing and sales. So just production without marketing, sales, and a profit is a hobby. But when you add all those things together, it's a business. With this mindset shift, I was able to go further and reframe the components of business that I had previously resisted. Okay, so I did this in a way that I felt more aligned with these things. So I reframed money as a tool for freedom and expression. Marketing is visibility and education. And sales is service and connection. I I began to engage in business with a new mindset. I kept stepping outside my comfort zone into these things, and my business grew. And a miracle happened. I became a spreadsheet junkie. I used financial projections as a tool for visioning and stress relief. Who knew? After all that resistance, all those years. For the past few years, as a coach, I've been supporting creatives to shift their mindset and create thriving businesses. I did a TED Talk on this topic, and I've had the opportunity to speak to arts organizations and connect with creative communities all over. And today, I want to support you to see money in a new light so you can grow your business beyond what you think is possible. Okay, so you can get the most value out of our time together, I want to give you an experience today. I'm not going to just talk. I'm going to give you an experience. You're going to be doing some things during this workshop. And so you can focus, I want to let you know that I'm going to give you these slides. So you don't have to take notes of the slides. If you want to take other notes, you're welcome to, and you will need paper in a few minutes. But be sure that you can focus on the experience I'm giving you. And if you have insights you want to write down, that's fine, but don't try to get the slides because you're going to get those in an email. Okay. So we forget a lot of what we hear and see, but when we have an experience, it lasts a lot longer and has more impact. This first exercise I'm going to share with you by itself could shift things for you. So we're going to begin with a visualization. You are all creatives. And so this is going to leverage your intuition, your imagination, and your emotional capacity so that you can nourish your business through this new tool. Okay. This exercise goes deeper than the mind, and it can help you access possibility. And this will inform the rest of the workshop, at least, if not, your business from here on out. I know that's a big claim, but this has got some really amazing feedback, and I created it just exactly for you, for this kind of audience, the creative entrepreneurs. Okay. So I'm going to ask you to settle into your chair and just feel your feet on the ground and take a couple of breaths as you close your eyes, or if you want to just soften your gaze, you're welcome to do that. Take 2 deep breaths and just notice the rise and fall of your chest. To get the most benefit, allow your mind to create this process for you. Don't overthink it, just allow and trust the process. Imagine that you're going on a journey to visit yourself in the future, your future self. You're walking alone on a grassy path on a sunny day with a slight breeze. You look up ahead of you and you see a mountain. As you get closer, you notice that there's someone at the base of the mountain relaxing in the sun. She's on a large rock. She has already climbed the mountain behind her and is relaxing in the sun. This person is you in the future. She smiles at you and invites you to rest with her before you ascend the mountain behind her. You easily climb up to where she is and sit in front of her. This future version of you has all of her needs and wants met. The people in her life have wanted her to win. She's created the support she needed, and she has accomplished her goals. She is now reaping the benefits and satisfaction. She's living a prosperous life, giving great value to the world, and is free to live life on her terms. Let yourself take in her way of being, noticing how she's different from present day you. Your future self has wisdom to share with you. Ask her. Ask her what you need to let go of in order to move forward. Ask her what strengths you can embody more of to help your business grow. And see if there's anything else she wants to share with you. She holds out a golden flower that has a glow to it. This flower represents the abundance energy you were born with, which she has reclaimed, and you can now access. You reach your hand out to receive this flower and hold it to your heart. A wave of relief and satisfaction and gratitude melts over your entire body. You allow this energy to nourish you, receiving it fully, breathing it in. Knowing you can return to your future self at any time, thank them, and head back down the path. As you walk along the path, you realize this is your unique path that your future self has already forged for you. This path is waiting. It's already created. And now prepare to return to the present, counting backward from 3, 2, 1, and return to the room you're in. Feeling your body resting in your chair, your feet on the ground, and open your eyes when you're ready. Take a minute and just write down some key words of your takeaway on paper for yourself. Now, share in the chat some feelings or wisdom that you experienced. You can keep it one word if you want to. Like, what is the main takeaway you have from this experience? What is the thing that you feel the most of that you want to remember to take with you from this experience? So go ahead and type in the chat what it is that you received from this experience with your future self. Calm, the feeling that there's enough. Beautiful. Calm strength. Taking things day by day. Great. Patience. An I can attitude, patience, consistency, joy, ease, energy, determination, fun. I will get there. Feeling that feeling hopeful. Beautiful. So you can take this one step further if you want to anchor your feeling by creating something to represent this feeling. Beautiful. Yeah. So also the path is already there. You don't have to just follow it. You don't have to do it all by yourself. Great. Beautiful. inspiration, confidence. I love it. So if you want to take whatever this main thing is that you feel and take some homework of actually creating something to represent that feeling. So write that down on your list of action steps, is to take that feeling and embody it with something. You can create something that you already create and just infuse it with that energy and with that intention. You can just to post it up with that word on your computer or something, or in your bathroom mirror, like whatever that is, whether it's confidence, ease, patience, strength, creativity, deserving, inspiring others, like whatever it is that motivates you, that helps you feel inspired. Create something to anchor it. Beautiful. Okay. Okay, so that's like the emotional, unconscious version of the workshop so far. And before we move on, I want you to take a moment to use this energy to fully accept and trust where it is that you are right now in your relationship with money. So fully accepting that. Let go of any judgment you have that you should be anywhere else but now and here. And where you are right now is perfect. And remember that you can go anywhere from here. Okay. So now we're going to talk about beliefs. So this quote here, I didn't mention it actually, it says, you can't get to your dream, you must come from it. And that feeling that you have of already having achieved your dream is you coming from that dream. So that is a huge shift in your mindset, because you're able to tune into that and feel it and embody that. That anchor is huge. Okay. So why is it important to also look at our money beliefs and the way we think? So our culture is rampant with limiting money beliefs, contradictory money beliefs. For example, it's good to be rich, it's greedy to be rich. It's noble to be poor, it's bad to be poor. All of these are just opinions, these are beliefs. And we all have a lot of messages from everywhere, from our parents, our teachers, our movies, TV, friends, politics, media, you name it. Everywhere we're receiving message about prosperity, about scarcity, all these kinds of things. As creatives, we have a special kind of belief system thrust upon us, including the starving artist myth and undervaluing creativity in general. So even though our culture thrives on art and creativity. I talk more about this in my TED Talk too. So that's a whole nother topic. So it's important to take a look at the programs that limit us so that we can reprogram our mind with beliefs that support and not hinder. So money mindset is huge, and this is why. So everything in your business could possibly be constricted if you have limiting money beliefs, because it impacts your marketing, your sales, and your capacity to receive. Whoa, big statement. But think about it. It could be like if there's a wheel with cogs, it could be the thing in there that's blocking you because it's limiting your capacity to receive and to fully embrace prosperity mindset and your worth. So let's talk about the mindset dance. So scarcity is on one side. Scarcity is all about not enough, resistance, procrastination. So resisting what is, procrastinating, you're staying in your comfort zone, not taking out a risk, and your fear is pushing you. So fear is a driving force when you're coming from scarcity. You're doing things because you're afraid of something. When you're coming from prosperity, you have enough. You feel surrender to what is. You can take intentional action moving towards something. The action is coming from your vision that's pulling you, and that vision is like your motivation and where you're coming from. So I'm going to bring a couple of strong perspectives on money, of what money is, that will disrupt the old programming. We'll start with these two, okay? So the first one is that money is simply a tool. So, like a hammer, you can build something amazing with it, or you can cause harm. And a computer, think of all the things you can do with a computer now, right? You can literally talk to people all over the world. You can create like millions of dollars of business, or you can hack somebody's something and whatever. You can do harm too, right? So money is the same way. It's a tool. All the judgments we have as a culture, or you may have in your head from different places about money being evil, all those kinds of things. And just so you know, that the Bible didn't say money is evil. It said the love of money is evil. So, so yeah, that's another conversation too. But yeah, so it's like greed is not great, right? But just money itself can do amazing things. You can change people's lives by being generous. Okay, so that's one thing. Money is a tool. And then money is a relationship. So think about which of these images feels most resonant for you about how your money relationship is. Are you all connected strongly? Do you share love? Do you feel disconnected? Do you feel like it's just in your grasp, but not quite? So think about money as a relationship. So if you're pissed at money because it hasn't visited you in a while, but you never reach out, it's like an old friend you haven't kept up with, but you're blaming them, right? So the ball is in your court. So this workshop is a call to action to cultivate your relationship with money. And I know a lot of you are already doing that because you're already connected to Janet and Paper and Spark, and you're doing your numbers and things like that. So that's spending time with money. That's great. In my money program, we talk more about like how to create a future relationship with money too, and deepen that as well. There's lots of tools for that. So right now, think about one thing that you could do that would nurture your relationship with money. One little thing. Barry Tesler, who wrote The Art of Money, she talks about having a money date. So that could be it. Looking at your numbers, spending time with them. It could also be visioning of what you want to spend, what you want to have to spend. Okay. So here are some common limiting beliefs. All right. So rich people are greedy. Make a lot of money, I'll be greedy too. People will judge me if I have a lot of money. I will lose important people in my life if I'm successful, especially if I'm more successful than them. I will be overburdened by work or responsibility if I make a lot of money. I can't make enough doing what I want to do. Or someday I'll be discovered. And then the big one, which is limiting your future based on your past experiences. Because every day is a new day. How these show up is financial vagueness or avoidance, which most of you already passed that because you've been using Janet's products and spreadsheets. Self-sabotage, this one's huge. Not following through with things, vagueness, underpricing, perfectionism, and not doing things, or not getting the support you need to go to the next level. Judging receiving or glorifying overgiving. A sense of separation or not fitting in, that's a scarcity concept. Disconnection. Emotional and mental distance from money. It's again a relationship thing. Confidence or self-esteem issues, especially undervaluing your creativity or tying your self-worth to your net worth, making it mean something about your worth based on how much money you make or not. Resistance to visibility and honing your sales strategies to make them really effective. And the last one is lack of business systems and strategies to go to the next level to scale. Okay, this is how you know if you have any of these. If you say things like, I can't charge that much, I'm not good at numbers, business, I'm not a marketer or salesperson. I learned from Martha that our language and what we say exposes a lot of our beliefs. So notice what you say. And my longer money program, I talk a lot about this and give sort of alternatives to say instead, where you're not bypassing or in denial, you're just saying things differently. That's too expensive. I can't afford that. I can't make a good living as a maker. What else? There's a lot of creative ones. Feel free to put those in the chat as well. If you have something that you've heard yourself say or you've heard a colleague say that you want to acknowledge as a limiting belief, just naming that. Great. Great. Rebecca says, ouch, that slide is so powerful. Yeah, it is. It's really powerful to look at these, right? But it's worth it. We're going to keep going. Okay, so now, we are going to, I've lost my order of my papers here. Hang on a second. Okay, so now you're going to flip your belief over. You ready for this? This is where we're going to need paper again. Take one belief you have. So maybe one that you just recognized, or maybe one that you notice that you have, and write it down. For example, I hear this one all the time. I'm not a marketer. That exact phrase, I'm not a marketer, all the time from creatives and business people in general. Or I'll never double my income in my business. Some kind of limiting money belief that it feels impossible to you. So write one down. Great. So I see a couple is here. Okay, great. I am nervous to invest in my business because I don't know if it will be worth it. I just want to make my expenses so I can keep creating. These are golden. Oh my goodness. I'm not a salesperson. Exactly. So write this one down. These are like, bam, you're hitting these on the nail on the head here. This is great. So write it down. Got it? Okay, Janet says, making money should be hard, so I need to be working hard all the time. It's not safe for me to take breaks. Ouch. I'm terrible at social media. Brilliant. These are perfect. Oh, you're trying to underprice the competition. Okay, so that'll get you somewhere. Okay, great. My products, okay, oh my God, these are so good. I'm going to go back and pull these. These are brilliant. They're a lot stronger than mine. I love them. Okay, great. Okay, great. So now notice how it feels. Just feel that for just a second. Breathe into this and notice how it feels, how your body feels, and the contrast from your future self to this feeling. And consider why you think this. Like, where did that come from? What evidence do you have? Right? Just consider that for a second. It's already there. Okay. Now, you ready? Flip it around. Write the opposite statement. For example, I am a marketer. Because the truth is, if you're on social media at all, or anybody sees your work at all anywhere, that's marketing. Visibility is marketing. Education is marketing. Telling people about what you do, how you do it, teaching people, that's all marketing. It's totally possible to double my income in my business because people do it all the time. I tripled my income in my jewelry business, making jewelry. Some people think, oh my God, but like it's a business. You make a profit, you make money. Okay. Think of any evidence. Oh wait, this is the wrong place here. This is supposed to say the next thing. How is it true? So skip that sentence that says think. How is it true? Find one inkling of truth. Like, how is it true? Just like the examples I gave of being a marketer, how is it true for you? Now find another piece of evidence. I see a limiting belief here. No one wants my product. Well, has anybody ever bought anything? That one person is an example of something counter to that. Another belief I see is my business will never make enough money for me to live on. So turning that around, people do it all the time, right? There's a lot of examples here who've done it. Okay, so turnarounds. I can make wise choices about money and spending. Great. I love it. So notice this feeling of like, oh, like this shift of like, I can do this, and breathe into that. Think of one action you can do to reinforce this belief. What is that one action? It could be doing something on social media. It could be one little thing. It could be learning something. It could be talking to a teenager or somebody in a different generation from you who knows social media, or saying, I don't want to do social media to build my business. I want to do other strategies. So what is one action you can do to reinforce this belief? So Janet has her flip. Making money is easy. The more breaks I take, the more money I make. Absolutely. Yes. So Andy put proof for higher hourly rates. He has booked lectures at that price. Absolutely. Yeah, it's happened. So, and then just reinforce it. That builds confidence. You got this. So write this down on your action step list here to do this one thing that is supporting the belief that is opposite of the limiting belief you just flipped. Okay. This is a money mindset, money manifesto. It's a printable thing you're going to get at the end of this. And I am going to send that to you with a couple other things I'll share in a minute. I just want to let you know that you have some affirmations, some more affirmations, some sort of flips that are more deep for creatives. You're going to get that. But first, I want to talk about your comfort zone. So I mentioned earlier that I had to get out of my comfort zone to learn and practice new business skills. And where you are now is your current comfort zone. You may have already gone outside your comfort zone to grow and learn multiple times up to this point. You probably have, since you have a business, and you're here to grow as well. So this is the way it looks. You have your comfort zone, you have familiarity, security, certainty, and then you step into fear. The first step is you step into fear. It's not fun. It's not easy. It takes courage and risk. And you don't feel as confident. You may be afraid of what people will think. You're afraid of failure. You might make excuses. But then you go to the learning zone and the growth zone, where the magic happens. You get new skills, you have more motivation, you develop confidence from practice over and over, reinforcing the beliefs that you want to create. You increase your knowledge and you extend your comfort zone. Eventually, you gain fulfillment, you're living your dreams, you're more creative, you have new levels of goals, and you feel more purpose, and you're making more impact as well. People are benefiting from your work. So the big question is, do you want your vision more than you want comfort? Because that's always the question. Because otherwise, we're just doing the same things over and over again. Every action you take is like a vote for the type of person you want to be. Growth mindset is key. So that is every action you take is a vote for the type of person you want to be, is you moving toward becoming your future self. Every single action. The good news is that, for example, if you leave on a boat from North America and you head out on the Atlantic Ocean, all it takes is 1 degree of a shift to end up on a different continent. That time it takes, that distance, that 1 degree adds up, and you end up in a different place possibly. So these 1 degree shifts you can take with a little bit of risk and a little bit of courage can put you in a different place, especially long term, but sometimes quicker than you would imagine. Okay. So what we've covered so far: anchoring prosperity through the feeling of it, tuning into your future self and abundance, the impact of mindset on your entire business, the effect of scarcity mindset on your income, value of prosperity mindset for growth, how to recognize and flip your beliefs. You can do that exercise over and over again. And the power of leaving your comfort zone and stepping into a growth mindset. So some questions. Have you had some money mindset shifts so far? Great. Have you enjoyed our time together and found it valuable? I hope so. I have enjoyed time with you. I've learned a lot already. Have you had some aha moments? Some people have said they had a bunch in this workshop. Do you feel excited about new possibility? Is it fair to say that you have more advantage in your business than before and possibly more than your competition with these tools? And has your perception of money changed forever? Yes, I'm getting lots of yeses, too many aha moments. Great. Yes, lots of yeses. Great. Awesome. I'm so glad to hear that. So as I mentioned, I'm going to send you the Money Mindset Makeover Kit. And that includes another video similar to this one, but a little different. The printable manifesto I mentioned, and a master tool sheet with some quotes, mindsets, affirmations that are different than what I've already given you, some of the same, and some resources. So this is a kit that you can take with you. And I have absolute confidence you can take this kit and everything we've learned today and go put it into action to get the results like you never had before. With just this information, I'm certain that left on your own, you can use your resources and your effort to make a go at this in a way that most people will never have been able to do. And if that were your only option, it would be worth pursuing. Some of you may choose that path, but you don't have to do it that way. There's another possible path that I'm going to share with you. And as you can tell, I'm moving into an offering. Notice how you feel and if you have any resistance. And this is about your relationship with sales. The truth is that for prosperity mindset to be a natural part of your life, you're going to need consistent focus and practice, right? Because life is going to happen and you're going to get sucked back into the drift of the day-to-day over and over again. And I don't want this to be another workshop that you've taken, but you didn't get to apply to your life and business. If you are ready to transform your relationship with money mindset, then I have a lot of tools, resources, and experience that can get you there more quickly than if you did it on your own. So you don't need me. You can take this on your own and do this. If you want to go quicker and you feel called to this, the truth is I believe in coaching. I've been receiving it been doing it for 18 years and receiving it on and off. I've hired countless coaches and done tons of trainings. And for many businesses, the price of private coaching is out of reach, especially in the first few years. So I'm offering a group program that launches next month. And for the cost of less than 2 coaching sessions, you can have the same amount of time you'd get in a few months of coaching, plus community support. I value the power of community tremendously because it creates exponential growth. Okay. For those of you who are serious about increasing your income and feel like this is what's next for you, I invite you to lean in here because you're going to learn a few more things. And you're going to hear about the program. If you know it's not for you and it's not your next thing, you can go ahead and take a bio break for a few minutes and come back for the Q&A. We're probably going to go to this will last for a few more minutes, and then we're going to go with question and answer until about 1:30, till the half hour. Okay. So think about, like I mentioned before, the cog in the wheel. So there's this cog in the wheel and there's like a thing in your cog that's like missing. It's like not really working. Your business isn't flowing and working as well as it could, right? So then imagine a chain link, and I had this slide, but somehow it's not here. There's a chain link that is missing a link. That thing that's in the wheel is your limiting beliefs and your money mindset. And you can take that and put it and transform that into the missing link in your business. That quote by Marcus Aurelius that says, "What's in the way becomes the way." This is what this program does. It transforms the thing that's blocking you into the thing that creates the next level. So this program is a Money Mastery Intensive program. It's a 6-week program to break through your money blocks and claim your prosperity. You'll clear limiting beliefs, own your worth, get the missing link in your business growth, and forever change your relationship with money after you spend 6 weeks focused on it. There are 6 modules, and there are about 36 topics covered. And this content has been honed over teaching this multiple times to creatives like you. What you'll clear out limiting beliefs from childhood and culture. You'll get mindset reset strategies. You'll create new money habits and growth. You'll connect and heal in a like-minded community of creatives. This is priceless. You can't imagine how much happens with this. You'll get strategies to deal with fluctuating income and expenses, which is no small thing. You'll learn how to reduce and clear emotional triggers, including guilt. You'll rebuild trust with yourself and money, and learn to make decisions from your values, and you'll have confidence in making more money and managing it. This is what it looks like. Weekly 75-minute live workshops that include some coaching and question and answer. Weekly engaging videos, worksheets, and processes. So in between the 75 minutes, I'll send out videos or worksheets that you can do in between. Not a ton, but enough to keep you like solid in the program. You'll have access to a customized resources library, and then a private Facebook group where everybody from the program will be interacting with each other, and you'll have added resources, feedback, support, connection, inspiration. And some of the resources in this library have come from those groups before, where clients and participants have shared things. So this is a really amazing value. And then you also have a support partner in the group if you want it. And I'll teach you how to use that relationship if you want. It's going to be September 23rd to the 28th. It's on Thursdays from 4 to 5:15 Eastern time. And it's recorded, so you can always get the recording if you can't make that time and participate in all the other ways. And here's a client who said, participant, so before this program is even over, she had her best show at a venue she showed at many times. And then I had a client who was in this program a couple of years ago, and I just talked to her recently, like this week, and she said that this program was a turning point in taking her business to the next level, and that she's now netting $5K a week. She said she even opened a new retirement account she's adding extra to, and she said, if you're not sure about investing in money mindset, consider that it will pay you back for years to come. And other clients have called my working with me a lifelong investment. So, okay, so before I'm going to show you the price in the next slide. And before I do that, I'm going to tell you what the program is not. It's not a quick fix. When you have a makeover, if you've ever watched Queer Eye or those kind of makeover shows, you know that they get the makeover, but then they have to work to keep it up. They have to practice. They have to become that person, put energy into becoming that future self through the process. This program is a money boot camp to get you in shape to climb the mountain. So I want to be clear here. I don't want you to buy anything you don't want. This is only for people who really want to change your relationship with money and who are willing to show up for it and do the work, to engage in this program. So tune into your future self. If you feel called and you feel like this would nurture that relationship to become more of that you, take those little 1-degree turns, those little steps to become more of that future self. And then consider that this program is an opportunity by stepping into it, by choosing it, to create your money breakthrough by investing and committing to your relationship with money. And giving to yourself is one of the main muscles to stretch and receive more money. Okay, so the value is easily $1,200, probably more like $1,500. It's a lot of time and energy. And then the regular price is $500. That's actually $497 on my website. Your investment is $447, and that's the early bird price. That's good for a couple more weeks, but I have another thing in a second that will motivate you possibly to do it sooner. And there's also a payment plan. So know that you can pay in 2 payments, one now and one in 30 days. or by Monday or in 30 days. So that's the bottom line there. Okay. So, but there's more. Wait, there's more. Okay. So, money mindset is about more than the way you think. It translates into your business in practical ways. It has to do that to be effective. So, what if I could teach you the things I've learned in countless business trainings from mentors for the last 15 years and present it specifically for you? That's why I'm offering a marketing workshop in addition as a bonus. So I'm including this marketing workshop. It's going to be like hour and a half-ish class that is going to be after the program. And then sales is another missing link. So marketing only goes so far without sales. So sales is the link between marketing, your client, and your bank account. To maintain motivation and create momentum to deepen your vision further, I'm also going to include that Your Vision is Your Guide workshop. So that workshop will happen in January. So after the 6 weeks is over, by the end of October, you'll have once a month workshop in November, December, January. So you'll still have this like reminder and this energy and this motivation and inspiration and anchoring this practice and this relationship and this new mindsets. Okay. You all invest all the time in your businesses. You invest in materials. If you're like me, you may have more than you need. You have supplies, you have tools, you invest in trainings for your crafts, you invest in through sweat equity and countless hours. Don't let all that be in vain because you have a block for money. Don't let it be in vain because you're putting so much into it. This is an opportunity to invest in the missing link, to bring it all together like you never have before, to create your turning point in your relationship with money. And there's an exclusive bonus just for Paper and Spark. This is only on this call, okay? So because there's a gap between now and the start date, I want to give you a 90-minute group coaching call just for people who sign up from this call. And it's going to be early in September, so before this program starts. It's going to cover your questions, your challenges. You get a solid dose of support here to tide you over until the program starts. And we'll get to know each other better because this community is new for me, even though I've worked with creatives for many years. And I'm also going to give you some worksheets I've been working on. I'm really excited to share. I'm going to give you a preview of those that you can go ahead and work on your own. And because Janet has waived any kind of affiliate fee, which is super generous of her, I'm going to give you another $50 off if you register by Monday. So use the code SPARK, so SPARK, and you can have another $50 off of your program. And that also works if you have the payment plan, which is a fee for that, but it's not much. Okay. So ask yourself this question: what is possible when money no longer limits you? That's a beautiful question to ask yourself. And I would love to hear your questions now. So what questions do we have, Janet? Oh, and the link is on the bottom of this page. It's a little green button that says Money Mastery Intensive Program. You click there and you'll go to a sales page. And again, that Spark discount is good through Monday the 23rd, which is also when this recording will expire. So before the 24th. All right, so what questions do we have?
Thank you so much. That was
pleasure.
Just so nice. I don't know how to describe it. It was just very soothing, and a lot of stuff came up, but it just makes you feel like you're wrapped in a warm blanket. I don't know.
Oh, good. I'm so glad. Yeah, the future self feeling has that too. And imagining that flower, it's like we all have that within us to create it. It's just been blocked by all the garbage we've been put on. That has been put on us. We put on ourselves.
Right,
you know.
Right.
The program.
Go ahead.
A question. The program starts the 23rd of September.
Okay.
And I can leave the details up here. So there's the price again, and
right. And all the details are also included on the link that we have in the green button below. If you want to take a moment to peruse that, let us know if you have any questions about it. I really want to thank Jen for making that special bonus and discount code available for Paper and Spark followers. We super appreciate that. Christine, if you're asking how you access the link for this workshop replay afterwards, pretty much as soon as we finish broadcasting, Crowdcast will take about 5 to 10 minutes to, I don't know, download, export, scrub. I don't know what the right verb is, but it creates the replay, and this link will essentially become the replay. Like if you hit refresh on it, you'll be able to start the video from the beginning again. And we'll also be emailing you this replay link very soon as well. So as long as you're registered, which you are if you're here, you'll get the replay. And you'll also get the email with the makeover packet that Jen referred to at the end as well. Okay, so we do have a couple of questions. If y'all have any more questions as you're pondering anything Jen talked about or the intensive program itself, please feel free to pop them in the chat or put them in the Ask a Question box. The first question was from Marcia. She said, I've been working on money mindset shifts for years and have improved a lot, but it's only a tiny bit at a time. My question is, how can you shift your mindset in a marriage where your partner has a lot of blocks and bad money relationship? Is it possible to create abundance with only one person in a family unit having a good relationship with money? That's a good
Jenna
one.
is smiling as she says this.
I'm thinking about my husband.
I have an answer for this for sure. I used to be a relationship coach too. So the thing is, like, you can only be responsible for your part in this. So if you can accept that you may be the breadwinner in your family and you can fully own that, it won't block you as much as you would think it would. But it's about you being willing to make more money and go beyond without judging yourself or having fear. And it may mean having a conversation with your partner and saying, hey, I'm doing this work. I'm really investing in this, I'm committed to growing this. And I may make more money than you. How do you feel about that? And just hash it out, like work through all the stuff, So that's one way to look at it. And the other is like, turn it over to like whatever power you believe created the universe, because you can't control somebody else. Trust me, I used to try all the time. And surround yourself with a community so you have support. Make sure you have support for what you're creating and that you can, keep that going, Yeah, I hope that's helpful.
All right, next question. Diana asked about the program. Will this be offered another time later this year or early next? This time frame won't work with my schedule. And then Rebecca commented and said, same here. I have a Wi-Fi free vacation planned during 2 weeks of the program, but would be interested in the future.
At this point, I haven't scheduled another one. I'm planning to create a longer term program next year and to make this program a product. So I haven't committed to that. Yeah.
So this may be the only time you do it with like a live component like this, if you're planning to turn it into a course.
I may be turning the money program into a longer program, like with other business skills too.
Okay. And the replays will be available if you sign up for this round, but you're not able to attend all of the live calls because they don't fit your schedule.
Right.
Okay. Any other questions, y'all? Anything you want to chat with Jen about when it comes to money mindset or her money mastery intensive program? Let us know. I'm really, really glad that you came in and chatted with us. I thought that this was so useful and so fun. I think it's really important to take a step back every now and then. It's nice to just shine a light on the subconscious beliefs that we don't even realize we have.
Absolutely.
Awareness is just half the battle sometimes. Like, I didn't even know that I thought that about myself, and how do you think that that is showing up in the day-to-day work you do? You know, how do you think that's showing up in your marketing and your social posts and the way that you pitch your product when you're standing at the craft show booth, you know, things like that?
Yep. Yeah, there's in the sales workshop that's a bonus for the program, I have some really amazing sales statements that are like amazing for the holidays specifically, that I learned from mentors. There's so many things that are it's just a matter of stepping into those things, you know. Like how do you reframe and twist things so that you can embrace it, really, you know.
Right.
And it is a practice. It's not like you can just like snap your fingers and it's like, okay, yeah, money's not evil, boom, I'm done.
Right.
You know, it's like it is a process, because you're unpacking and deprogramming and reprogramming, you know, decades of programming,
especially as a woman.
Really too. Yeah, absolutely.
Especially as a woman, yeah.
Absolutely, yeah, totally, yeah. And somebody asked if how to access this afterwards. You'll get the email with the links to, and also my website, which is just JENALY coaching.com, and you'll be on the program page there. So, yeah. And just remember the links, remember the code SPARK as well. So that's good through Monday, the 23rd.
Yes. The special coupon code, the early bird price, all of that, and the replay to this workshop itself all expires Monday night.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank y'all for coming chat with us, coming learn from Jen. I really appreciate all of your awesome contributions in the chat, your questions, your takeaways, your nuggets. Thanks for your patience as we got started a few minutes late. And thank you, big thank you to Jen for coming chat with us and share her expertise with us. I really appreciate your time.
It's my honor. I have been completely thrilled to be here and excited, and I'm excited to go back and watch this so I can see more of the chat as well.
Yeah,
thank you all so much for participating. I know. I was like, wow, these beliefs are blowing my mind. That awareness that people have about what's there is huge. It's so beautiful to see that. Yeah.
Let's see one important thing that we should do while we're still here. Catherine said she doesn't see where to put in the code. Let me see.
It's going to be once you hit the buy button, the yes, sign me up button, it's going to be later in the cart. So right before you hit the final button, it's going to say coupon code. Okay. It's a square up link for the code. Yeah. So once you put in your information and then you get to the end, it's going to say coupon code and enter it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I tested it. So
it's at the very last step, Catherine. Don't worry. Keep going through it and it'll be there.
Look for the coupon button. You click that and enter in just all caps SPARK.
Okay. Great. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Catherine.
Y'all. Thanks. Everybody have a good rest of their day. Let us know after the fact if you have any questions. We're both here for you. And
Absolutely.
thank you. Bye, everyone.
All right, thank you all. Bye.